Welcome to The Explainer. So, if you're a homeowner in Australia looking into solar, I bet you've heard two names pop up again and again: Sungrow and Tesla. They're the heavyweights. But which one is actually the right fit for your home? Well, today we're going to break it all down and help you figure that out.
Okay, let's just dive right in by talking about the real problem here. I mean, if you're living in Australia, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Power bills that just keep climbing and that nagging feeling in the back of your mind about grid stability and blackouts, it's a huge source of stress for so many families.
And that, right there, is where solar batteries come into the picture. Honestly, they're the key to taking back control, to getting real energy independence. You capture all that amazing sunshine during the day, and then you can power your home all night. And most importantly, keep the lights on when the rest of the street goes dark. But here's the thing, not all batteries are built the same. When you look at Sungrow and Tesla, you're not just comparing two different boxes. You're looking at two completely different philosophies on how you should power your home. It's really the flexible workhorse versus the premium smart hub. So first up, let's talk about Sungrow. The best way to think about this brand is as the practical, can-do workhorse of the solar world. Its whole vibe is about giving you no-nonsense, practical power that you can shape to fit your home and, crucially, your budget. Now, what's so cool about Sungrow is how all these features really point to one word: flexibility. The whole system is modular, which means you can start small and then add more battery power later if you need it, all the way up to a whopping 100 kilowatt hour. It's way more budget friendly, and this is a big one, it directly supports three-phase power. You know, the kind of heavy-duty electrical setup you find in bigger homes or places with a workshop. That's a massive advantage for Sunrow. And a huge part of Sungrow's practical, reliable appeal comes down to its chemistry. It uses something called lithium iron phosphate, or LFP. Now, this is super important because LFP batteries are chemically very stable. They're way less likely to overheat, which makes them incredibly safe and long-lasting. A perfect, rock-solid choice for the tough, hot Aussie climate. Okay, now let's switch gears and look at Tesla, because they take a totally different path with the Powerwall. This isn't just about storing power, it's positioned as a premium smart hub. It's designed from the ground up to integrate perfectly into a modern, connected, smart home. So with Tesla, it is all about the experience. You get this beautiful, sleek unit that just looks amazing on the wall. But the real wizardry is in the software. We're talking a world-class app, super smart energy management, and blackout protection that is so automatic and seamless, you might not even know the grid is down. It's designed to be completely effortless. And this is a perfect example of that Tesla philosophy in action. A feature like Storm Watch. Your battery literally watches the weather forecast. If it sees a big storm rolling in, it automatically charges itself up to full capacity just in case there's an outage. That's the battery thinking ahead for you, working in the background to keep you safe. All right, you've met the two contenders. Now for the part I know you've been waiting for, the head-to-head showdown. Let's put Sungrow and Tesla right next to each other and compare the three things that really matter: the cost, the performance, and the warranty. And wow, right out of the gate, the price difference is pretty huge. A typical Sungrow install in Australia is going to set you back somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000. The Tesla Powerwall? Well, with all its premium bells and whistles, you're usually looking at $10,000 to $15,000. So yeah, Sungrow is pretty clearly the budget-friendly option here. But that's the big question, isn't it? Okay, you're saving a good chunk of cash with Sungrow, but what are you actually giving up when it comes to performance? So let's look at a really important number: efficiency. Tesla comes in strong with a round-trip efficiency of around 90%. That is a fantastic number. It means for every 10 units of energy you pump into the battery, you get 9 of them back out, so very little energy gets wasted along the way. And Sungrow? It's just a little bit behind, clocking in between 85% and 88%. So yes, Tesla technically has the edge here, but Sungrow is still delivering really, really solid performance. And when you factor in that much lower price, you're getting some serious bang for your buck. Now, what about the warranty? On the surface, they look the same. Both give you a standard 10-year warranty, which is awesome, but the devil is in the details. Tesla gives you a hard guarantee that your Powerwall will still hold at least 70% of its juice after a decade. Sungrow's numbers suggest it'll be closer to 60%, but they also boast a seriously impressive cycle life of over 6,000 cycles, which just goes to show how durable that LFP chemistry is. Okay, we've thrown a lot of features, numbers, and warranties at you. We've got all the data on the table. So let's put it all together and help you figure out your perfect match. Which of these batteries is actually the right call for the way you live? And honestly, you can break it down pretty simply like this. It all comes down to what you prioritize. If you're working with a strict budget, or if you have one of those big 3-phase properties, Sungrow is almost definitely your best choice. But if you've got a premium smart home and you really want that top-tier seamless protection from blackouts, well, Tesla's features were basically designed for you. So let's just boil this whole thing down to its absolute core. With Sungrow, you are choosing a budget-friendly, scalable, and super practical system that gives you incredible flexibility. With Tesla, you're investing in a premium, high-tech, automated experience that is just seamless and smart. At the end of the day, our goal here isn't to pick a winner and say, this one is the best. Because the best battery in Australia isn't a brand name. It's the one that fits perfectly with your budget, with the way your home uses energy, and with your plans for the future.
And so, we'll leave you with this final question to think about. As you look ahead to the next 10 years of powering your life, what does your home really need more of? Budget-friendly flexibility or seamless automated intelligence? Your answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know. Thanks for joining us for The Explainer.